I made what I had work tonight. Coming off a couple outings in a row where my pitch count's really gotten up there. Um, you know, I didn't really have great fastball command tonight, but I was able to use my off speed to kind of collect outs when I needed to, and I didn't walk anybody. With the lineup like that, if you don't walk anybody, that's a big part of help keeping them at bay. And Matt did a great job behind the plate tonight, putting down the right finger, and we worked well. And when we needed shutdown innings, we got them.
We start the whip around on the diamond with the Nationals and Cubs game. Max Scherzer and Jake Arrieta squared off in the first matchup between the last two reigning Cy Young winners since Brandon Webb and Jake Peavy faced each other in 2008. Scherzer definitely got the better of this one, allowing only 1 run and 2 hits in 6 innings of work. Tyler, let's talk about how impressive Scherzer was tonight.
He was dominant. He's been dominant all year long, Abby. This is no departure from what we've seen pretty much every time he has taken the ball this season. With his 6 innings, 1 earned run, 2 hits, and 6 Ks, Scherzer moves to 9-5 on the season. He has the lowest ERA in all of Major League Baseball. I believe he has one of the lowest whips, and he has, I believe, the lowest hits allowed per 9 innings. Basically, it's an impossible task to get on base versus Max Scherzer. And he said, I didn't even have my best stuff. My fastball command was a little bit off, and he's right. He broke a string of 6 consecutive starts with 10 or more strikeouts, but was still able to work his way through what is still a dangerous Cubs lineup, even though it's more dangerous on paper than it has been so far in application of that talent on the field. But Max Scherzer, even without his best stuff, able to go through 6 innings, strike out 6, allow just 2 hits, and he totally dominated the Cubs. Jake Arrieta couldn't hold anyone on base. Trey Turner just ran wild, stole 4 bags on him, 7 all told against Arrieta. His catcher and his manager were complaining about his inability to keep guys on base. His stuff has fallen off so much this year based on what we saw in 2015 and 16. It's almost remarkable the damage he may have done to his free agency value. But Max Scherzer right now, he is in the echelon with Chris Sale and Clayton Kershaw. Mad bum when he's healthy. This guy is a Hall of Famer to be, a 2-time Cy Young Award winner in both leagues, and he is pitching better maybe now in 2017 than he ever has in his career.
Yeah, and Jake Arrieta, you mentioned he is entering free agency, obviously. Is it a foregone conclusion to say that he probably won't be back with the Cubs?
I don't think it's a foregone conclusion, but the more and more we see him struggle, and especially what we were just talking about with Miguel Montero and Joe Madden saying he's got to be better at holding guys on base. Brian Goodwin right here beats him to the bag as he kind of had a little lapse in urgency getting off the mound to cover first base. Again, his 2015, especially the second half of the year, was historic. His 2016 was great, and he has regressed big time. His stuff has the movement. It's just now guys aren't swinging at it as much. He's putting more guys on base, and he seemingly let, when those guys get on base, them get to him in the running game. So Arrieta, I think it's not a foregone conclusion at all that he comes back to the Cubs. As a matter of fact, the worse that he pitches, I think that opens it up to the Cubs trying options elsewhere and spending that money that it would cost Arrieta, which is not going to be cheap, allocating that to the bullpen, allocating that to maybe another starting pitcher who's younger, and letting another team maybe roll the dice on Arrieta and see if they get him back to what he was in 2015 and 16.
We'll see if the Cubs can get out of that slump. Tyler, CT seems to think that they're not going too far.